Someday it might be worthwhile to find out how images are created. And even more worthwhile to learn how false images come into being. All of us have grown up accepting with little question certain images as accurate portraits of public figures. Some living, some dead. Seldom if ever do we ask if the images are true to the original. Even less do we question how the images were created. This is probably more true of presidents in our country because of the intense spotlight which centers on their every move.
The American dream is dead.
The greatest evil is not done now in those sordid dens of crime that Dickens loved to paint. It is not even done in concentration camps and labor camps, although we see its final result. But it is conceived and ordered, moved, seconded, carried, and minuted in clear, carpeted, warmed, and well-lighted offices by quiet men with white collars and cut fingernails and smooth-shaven cheeks who do not need to raise their voice.
We need to build a wall. The American dream is dead. When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists. The time for empty talk is over. Now arrives the hour of action.
Only through your work and prayers, those millions of others, can we hope to survive this perilous century and keep alive this experiment in liberty, this last best hope of man.
I will never, ever let you down. We will not fail. The American dream is dead. We need to build a wall, and it has to be built quickly.
So I urge you to speak out against those who have placed the United States in a position of military and moral inferiority.
Hey, I'm not saying they're stupid. I love China. I just sold an apartment for $15 million to somebody from China. Am I supposed to dislike?
America is good. And if America ever ceases to be good, America will cease to be great.
The American dream is dead.
Our nation, too, has a legacy of evil with which it must deal. The glory of this land has been its capacity for transcending the moral evils of our past. For example, the long struggle of minority citizens for equal rights. Once a source of disunity and civil war, is now a point of pride for all Americans. We must never go back. There is no room for racism, anti-Semitism, or other forms of ethnic and racial hatred in this country.
We will not fail. The American dream is dead. We will reinforce old alliances and form new ones and unite the civilized world against radical Islamic terrorism, which we will eradicate completely from the face of the earth.
I know that you've been horrified, as have I, by the resurgence of some hate groups preaching bigotry and prejudice. Use the mighty voice of your pulpits and the powerful standing of your churches to denounce and isolate these hate groups in our midst. The commandment given us is clear and simple. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
The American dream is dead. It's coming from all over South and Latin America, and it's coming probably from the Middle East. We need to build a wall, and we will bring back our dreams. Whether a child is born in the urban sprawl of Detroit or the windswept plains of Nebraska, they look up at the same night sky, they fill their heart with the same dreams, and they are infused with the breath of life by the same almighty creator. This isn't me saying it, I don't care. The American dream is dead.
Only through your work and prayers, those of millions of others, can we hope to survive this perilous century and keep alive this experiment in liberty, this last best hope of man.
We will not fail. We need to build a wall, and it has to be built quickly.
Tear down this wall. America is good, and if America ever ceases to be good, America will cease to be great.
The American dream is dead. I will be the greatest jobs president that God ever created. I tell you that.
Americans yearn to explore life's deepest truths. To say their entertainment, or their idea of entertainment is sex, violence, and crime, is an insult to their goodness and intelligence. We are people who believe love can triumph over hate, creativity over destruction, and hope over despair.
You don't have to say that. In fact, I was all for you until you started doing that, because that's a misrepresentation. The American dream is dead. Dead. Is dead.